Welcome to IAYTD and welcome to Comic Fights. Here is the situation. Our worlds are combining, DC and Marvel overlapping, ebbing and flowing. Things are starting to get crazy. We have a character, Cain Marko, the Juggernaut from Marvel Comics. He finds himself in Gotham City. Now, Gotham City doesn't know what to do with him. They don't know what he can do. They don't know what he's about. So he starts to go on a spree of bank robberies, taking out mobsters. Like, he's just seen what he wants and he's taking it. Some hero is going to have to step up and take out Juggernaut. They don't necessarily know what he can do, but they're starting to see, as he's doing all these crimes, what he can do. So your challenge here is to figure out who in the DC world can stop Juggernaut and who would want to stop Juggernaut. So you can pick a villain if you think that that villain would have a reason for wanting to stop Juggernaut. He's not an end-of-the-world threat, but if there's someone that maybe Juggernaut is cramping their style, they're going to take their money. If they have a reason for wanting Juggernaut gone, suggest them. But probably most of your suggestions are going to be heroes. So we're going to talk about what Juggernaut can do so that you might get an idea who can stop him. Now, Cain Marko, the Juggernaut, is a normal guy. Some people assume that he's a mutant because he's part of the X-Men comics a lot, but he's not. He's a normal guy. And he has this artifact called the Gem of Sidorak. And this gem gives him, it basically makes him an embodiment of this kind of old demon. And so while he's the Juggernaut, there's a lot of things that this gem allows him to do. Most notably, it covers his body in basically a force field that makes him impenetrable. That you can't really hurt him. Punches don't really do much to him unless you're amazingly strong. And it gives the Juggernaut this momentum. And this is where a lot of his powers come into play. That he is the unstoppable Juggernaut. Because this gem, once he starts moving in a direction, it is nearly impossible to stop him. That even some of the strongest forces in the Marvel Universe, he's gone up against the Hulk, Thor, Colossus, they barely, sometimes can even slow him down. So in this scenario, if Juggernaut gets momentum, he is unstoppable. So you might be thinking, maybe they can wait him out, or maybe they can just let him get tired. But here's the thing. While he has the Gem of Sidorak, he does not need to eat, or breathe, or sleep. His body doesn't generate fatigue. So if he is running, he can literally run forever. So now you're thinking, maybe we just get someone that can telepathically take him over and stop this whole thing. Now he's smarter than that. And his suit, his armor, has a built-in helmet that makes him immune to telepathic attacks. Now, does he have weaknesses? Kind of. His main weakness is that this force field that protects him from physical attacks is susceptible to magic. Okay? So someone that uses magic might be able to wear down the force field. But even if the force field is gone, his body mass is so dense, his momentum is unstoppable. Like, the force field is just a very thin layer of protection, but he is fine without it. So magic might help to get rid of the force field, but it's not going to do the rest of the job. So your job now is to think of who can stop him, who would want to stop him. So in the comments, give me your suggestion, and then give me the reason why. Are they a hero? Are they selfless? Are they potentially going to be ruined by what he's doing? So put it all in the comments, and next week we will pick the best answer to shout out, which is what we're about to do right now with last week's fight. Last week we have this fight that is happening in this combined United Kingdom, which is the demon Etrigan versus the Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange. Now, let me just come out and say this. Doctor Strange would, in 75 out of 100 times, he would win. Doctor Strange is able to banish demons, destroy demons, time travel. He can do a lot to get rid of Etrigan. So the challenge was really, in what circumstances would Etrigan be able to defeat Doctor Strange? So before you hop in the comments and you say there's no way Etrigan would beat him, here's where we're going to get creative and think about how Etrigan the demon could potentially stop Doctor Strange. So we've got a couple really good comments here we're going to talk about. The first one from Daniel Bright. Imagine the scenario going down like this. Strange studies Etrigan from a distance for a few minutes, but maybe some citizens are in harm's way and Strange moves to save them. Etrigan sees him and is confused. He doesn't know who this is. He doesn't know where he is. Maybe he even thinks Strange summoned him here. Etrigan leaps at him, swiping his claws. Strange somehow dodges and puts his shield up. Etrigan gets a few direct hits on the shield before realizing it does no good and backs off. Strange fires a few energy bolts but misses. Etrigan tries Hellfire, which effectively melts it after a bit, and Strange retreats to momentarily bring up another shield. Now we're going to segue here to another part of a comment by Sam Murphy, which ties in perfectly. Doctor Strange is not easily defeated. However, I believe Etrigan would have a chance against him if he were to rely predominantly on his physicality as opposed to magic. Strange knows he's a demon, and he's used to that. He's fought many before, and most, if not all, have tried their luck in a duel of magic, so it could be a slight shock to instead be facing such a physical force head-on. This precious instant of bewilderment could allow Etrigan to evade or overpower any magical attacks directed at him. His healing factor can take care of some of it. And have a swing at Strange's arms. A solid hit could greatly demobilize him magically, as his magic relies on movement. However, for Etrigan to succeed, time is of the essence, and thus Strange must be finished off at this moment with a swift killing blow, maybe coupled with some Hellfire to be safe. And Etrigan usually rhymes, so let's end this perfectly. Gone now, Magic Man. The win must go to Etrigan. So if Etrigan were to win, the only way he could win is to physically overpower Strange before Strange could pull off something crazy like time travel, stop him, banish him, do something like that. It would have to be physical, it'd have to be quick before Strange could figure out what to do. So great suggestions. Use that creativity for this fight. Think about someone who could stop Juggernaut. Gotham City is at stake. So as usual, we'll see you next week with the best and brightest ideas. Thanks for watching.